this video, I will show you how to configure destination NAT policy. So as per our topology, we need to allow the traffic from outside internet to reach to our DMZ server. So we have DMZ server 10.0.4.1 and 10.0.5.2, which is in VLAN 40 and 50 previously we configure. So I want anybody can reach to these two web server from the internet. Okay, so what I need to do, this is my target. So here we will connect a new system to the internet and we will access these two web server. Okay, so for that I need to create destination NAT. So I will give them these name. So let me copy this name. Okay, and let's go to our firewall. So I already access our HQ firewall. It's here. And let me go to the policies. And the policies, there is a NAT policy. Previously we configure source NAT. This time I'm going to configure destination NAT. So let me copy the name and paste destination NAT to web. Okay, and here you can give them the description whatever you like. It's better to give them a proper description so that you can troubleshoot them easily. Let me copy this one and let me paste. Next, what I need to do, original packet. Now you need to decide from where the traffic will come. Traffic will come from WAN, either WAN 1 and WAN 2. From here and it will reach, yeah. So here I need to type the source. It can be WAN 1 and it can be WAN 2. The traffic will come from here. Okay, next, so because we are not sure how the traffic will come, it's better to create separate way. So let's come for WAN 1. So it means the traffic will come from WAN. Okay, this is our zone and it will hit which area? Again WAN 1, because the traffic will come here and it will hit our WAN area. So that's why in destination NAT, keep in mind that the source and destination zone are the same. You need to follow the flow. So the traffic will come from here to hit which area? WAN 1, either WAN 2. But I am now creating the rule for WAN. You consider them WAN. So the traffic will come from WAN. So which is the zone? WAN. And which zone it will hit? WAN. So that's why source zone and destination zone are the same. Even you can mention the port, on which port. So right now I going to put this 1/1, this one. Okay, it will hit this one. Services can be anything. Source, who gonna come? It can be anybody can come. However, destination address, now I need to decide. So destination NAT, I need to put here something. And for that I will say 192.168. Suppose 1.50, I will give this IP, okay, to this server. Okay, this is the public representation of this IP. So if anybody hit this public IP, okay, this is public IP range, or this one 192.168.1. Okay, so I give any IP from that range. So I say destination this one and translated packet. So I don't have anything here. This is destination NAT. So I will click this one and I will choose the static IP, and here I will type the IP address of the server. Right now I'm going to configure for server 1. Okay, so here is, and the port can be anything. So this is the way to configure. If I go back, let me show you here. So we give them this name. I say the traffic will come from WAN 1 and it will hit our WAN 1. The interface will be this one, and this is our public IP to hit. And after that I say that if somebody hit this public IP 1.50, forward their traffic to my server 10.0.4.1. Okay, and click OK. This is the first one. Okay, now I need to create the same for the second web server. Okay, so what I need to do, let me copy this name, and even we can clone this one as well. And here I would say this one, this is for WAN 2, and let me copy the description. Is better to give them a good description. It's not necessary, however. So now I say the traffic will come from WAN 1 and it will hit our destination WAN 1. Interface will be 1/1. Source can anybody can hit. However, the IP address is 192 168.1.60. I give them a different IP to this second server, 1.60, and translated it will be static translation, and the translated IP is 10. Let me copy from here our second web server. Okay, and let me paste here, and let me remove the subnet mask, we don't need. So this way, and click OK. Okay, so now I create two destination. Right now we are using only ISP1, so I create. Otherwise you can create the same rule for the second WAN as well, even though I not mention here, I believe, but we can create. Suppose if WAN 1 is down, so we have WAN 2. Yeah, I did not create, but it's okay. Let me create. So you can clone this one. Okay, and let's create after rule here. Okay, and destination NAT, and give them ISP2. Okay, and just change this to from WAN 1 to this should be WAN 2, and this should be WAN 2, and this should be 1/2, and rest of the thing you can keep the same. Okay, and we are done. Similarly, let me make them here like this. So this is destination for web 1. Okay, the same. And similarly you can choose this one, sorry, not to open, just select and clone it, and just after that, and just let me click and make them ISP2. Okay, ISP2. And what you need to do, just remove this one and just put WAN 2, make this as a WAN 2, and WAN 2 is connected 1/2, and we are done. So now for both we created. In case if one is not available, so the other. Right now we are just using one. Okay, and after that just commit changes. Okay, under commit we need to attach one system. So I already attach one system. Right click, go to node and go to Linux. Okay, you can use any system. So I'm using Linux Slacks. From here choose the Linux Slacks. So I already choose and connect to the cloud, and click on this one and right click and go to network manager. Okay, properties, and assign one IP address from this range. So my cloud range is this one. So let me type 172.29.129, and let me give them suppose 50. Okay, subnet mask is not this one, it should be 255.255.0. However, just keep in mind, let me type DNS. I will come to the gateway. Keep in mind 881.1.1. The only thing is, don't use the gateway of this one 254. You need to use the gateway which is here configure. So let me go to our WAN. So the gateway, the IP which are assigned here. So you need to choose this one, which is 59. Okay, this is the only thing you need to keep in mind. So here I will type 59. Now in your case, it can be not the 172. Whatever your cloud range is, assign any IP from that range, subnet mask, and keep the gateway. You can check here, whatever on the WAN, give them that gateway. That's the only thing. And just okay, so we are connected, and let's try that I have the IP or not. So yes, I have this IP, and let me change the route check. Okay, so the route is wrong. Okay, it means it's not. So let me disconnect and let me connect, because we assign static IP, and maybe it's get automatically. So we need to check. You need to verify these things. Okay, keep in mind. Yeah, now it's 50, and route should be this one. Otherwise it will not work. 129.59 in my case. In your case it can be different. So let's see now. Let's see it showing the gateway until now. If we go to firewall, so yeah, it's done now. Okay, and now we can verify. Okay, so let's see, I'm waiting for the gateway. Yeah, so now it's okay, the same gateway which is here, and now we can test. So we have two DMZ server I want to access from the internet. So the IP address for these DMZ is 1.50 and 1.60. So let's go to external system, any internal system, and here I will type let's type 192.168.1.50. and hit enter. So if everything is okay, so it has to be accessible, the web server. Let's see, it's accessible. It should be HTTP, by the way, HTTP, because the web server is configured on this one. And make sure the policy we previously already configured. If you see, the policy is from the internet to DMZ, so it has to hit this policy, which is not yet hit. Okay, so we need to verify why this one, it should be hit from internet to DMZ. Rule is this one, but the NAT policy will hit this one, any of these. So let's go to, yeah, not yet. So none of the policy has been hit, and the reason is we need to go back to this one and we need to verify what is the issue. So make sure to check 192.168.1.254. yeah, so I cannot ping this one. Okay, even I cannot ping this when one IP address, this one dot. So it means there is a small issue in the system which you will face as well. So it's the right time we face this issue. So let's go back. Okay, and why you need to go back to here, properties, and make sure that this IP and the gateway is 5.9. Okay, so 172.29.129.50. okay, and let me give them 150 something. Okay, and 255, the gateway is 172.29.129.59, and gateway is okay. And now click OK, disconnect and connect again. Okay, and try now. Make sure that you can ping this 1.254. So if it is not pinging, it means there is a small issue. You need to fix this one, and this is due to, okay, so now I cannot. Yeah, the second issue is this IP is not allowed from external. So what I need to do, I need to access this firewall. Okay, this WAN, which is pfSense basically. So 192.168 and 1.254. okay, access this firewall. This is pfSense firewall basically. Admin and password is pfSense. okay, sorry, pfSense. So let me stop them, and password is pfSense, and let me sign in. I access this WAN. Okay, maybe the traffic is not allowed, and this is admin, sorry, admin and pfSense. Why is I type wrongly? Admin. Okay, yeah. Let's wait to log into this device. Okay, and we need to, yeah. So what I need to do, I need to go to firewall and go to rules. Okay, and internet you can see is block. This is the reason. So if you go to here, and what we can do, we can delete this one. If we can delete this one, okay, let me choose and delete. Okay, and even we can delete this one as well. Yeah, what we can do, another thing is better to click on this one, and let's go down, yeah, and uncheck this one and save. By mistake I did not allow the private subnet, so this is private subnet IP, so it will not be allowed. Okay, and let's go back to firewall and rules, and let's go to internet. Now it's okay. Okay, and now let's go back to the external system, and you can see now the ping is start. And similarly, if I go to the browser, previously we did not access, so if we go to browser, and from the external system 192.168.1.50, sorry, 192.168.1.50, and hit enter. So here is we access the server. So this was the issue on the WAN. I forgot to allow the traffic from external. Okay, that's it. So I can access, and we can refresh few time, and now we can go to firewall and we can verify by many ways. So here on the NAT rule, it should be hit here is 8 time has been hit. So if I make them more, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and let refresh, and you will see it will increase. Yeah, it's 18 now. The destination NAT policy has been hit. Destination NAT to web 1, because we are trying web right now. Similarly, the security policy will be hit this one, internet to DMZ zone, which we created previously, S35 time. Okay, and also from CLI, we can go to the firewall, and from here show session all. So here you will see destination net, D and N, destination. Previously we configure source net. This is destination net. From 1.50 is hitting 1.51 port 80 to DMZ, and there is a destination net. These are all the detail which is showing source port, destination port. And also we can go to monitor, and we can go to session browse, and from here we can also verify all the stuff. Similarly, if you want to access the second server, so just type 1.60. So 1.60 we also access, and if we go to the policies and go to security policy, again this will be hit. However, for the NAT second web server policy should be there. Now is 2 hits. Yeah, so if we increase them, okay, and just refresh this one, so it's 10 now. So it's mean it's working. And also you can go to CLI, and now you will see 2 destination NAT. This destination NAT, okay, and here is, because we access many time, so there is 1.50, and this is 1.60, okay, and there is 1.50 as well. So you can see this one as well, okay, and this 1.60, and there will be 1.50 if you access the other server. So we verify, okay, from many places, and our destination NAT is working. The only thing which we face here, when we try to ping 192.168, 1.254, it was not working, and the reason was this traffic was not allowed here. So from this external system I access this WAN1, okay, which is here. Sorry, not this one, let me close this one. From here 192.168, 1.254 by this IP, WAN1, this IP. Okay, I access this one, and then I go to the firewall, and I go to the rules, and the internet one, okay, there was block, so I allowed that one. After that it start working. So that's it, and then we commit the changes, and then we verify from here.